Alright, we're now going to be looking at the structures of the cerebrum and the cerebellum. We're going to start by looking at the cerebrum. It's split into two hemispheres. So this is the posterior side, this is the anterior side. And so this is going to be your right hemisphere and your left hemisphere. And the two hemispheres are split by the longitudinal fissure. All these folds that we see in the cerebrum are called, they are each a gyrus. And then the indentations between the gyrus are sulcus or sulci. If we turn it now and look at the left hemisphere, we can see this is called the lateral fissure. Then if we look back up at the top, we can see right here, this is called the central sulcus, and it goes all the way down the side. Then on the anterior side of the central sulcus is the precentral gyrus, and on the posterior side is the postcentral gyrus. Also, if we look at the different lobes of the brain, they're named about the same as they are on the skull. So you have the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe is in the back. Okay, we're going to move to a new model to look at some other things. So this is the left hemisphere again of the brain. If we look inside of it, between the parietal lobe and the occipital lobe, we have the parieto-occipital sulcus. So again, these are the sulcus, are the indentations, so we can see it splits the occipital lobe and the parietal lobe. Okay, also then, we will take a look at the cerebellum. So if we look at the cerebellum, we can see there's two parts and two hemispheres to that, as there was left and right, as there is on the cerebrum. And then when we open it, all of the white is called the arbor vitae, and that means tree of life, and it kind of looks like a tree, so that's how you can remember that. When it's together, the spots in between these grooves, this is the vermis, so there's two grooves on each side of it, and just the area between it is the vermis. And again, then the left and the right hemispheres, as with the cerebrum.